We're back on Truth Be Told with, of course, the great Jimmy Church. We have Tony Sweet, Captain Ron on the Truth Be Told show. We're here at Contact in the Desert, and it is such an honor to have Jimmy Church with us. He popped over, going to talk a little bit about the event this year, and you've been on several panels already, and we were just talking a little bit about life and the kind of stuff that happens here when you're at this kind of event, right? We got it on video. We're going to be running that over and over. But it is true how, like, these little moments in life, like, that happen here. One little thing, you go one way, you meet somebody, next thing you know, your life changes. Yep. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about what's going on here, Jimmy?
Well, that's kind of a broad stroke with a pen. Hello, Facebook. That's right. Tony, Ron, before I do that, let me just say this. This community that we have here, and spreading the message and doing everything that we can. You guys are part of that. So I want to thank everything for what you guys do. It's not easy rolling that rock uphill every single day, getting the messages out, production, doing, booking guests and researching and trying to figure out the next step of life's journey. You guys experience everything that I experience. It's fun, but it's also very, very difficult. And most of the fans out there, they don't see what goes on behind the scenes, and you guys do that. So I want to thank the both of you. I mean, seriously, we've got a lot of mutual friends, and the admiration that everybody has for you guys. So seriously, so now let's move on. But I really wanted to say that because I know how difficult it is, and you guys can appreciate that. So just thank the both of you. This event, this is what's crazy for me. We do this event every year. We started off so many years ago. Our first broadcast from here, we had just started on the radio. It was 5 years ago, and we broadcasted from in front of the men's room down here. And what was funny, literally. So the video and the images that are out there on the net from that first Contact in the Desert, I have the men's room sign right above my head. I'm not kidding. And I think about that and the way that this event has grown since then. It is I think the vibe here has also changed over the years too as well. It started off very, very serious, and this community has always fought the ridicule and the teasing and the tinfoil hat crowd and fought that. And through 2016, when we went through the fake news and the conspiracies and everything that this community and you, the both of you, talk about so much, is that life is not real, right? That we're lied to, and the media is controlling us, and we have the deep state, and the deep state, the Illuminati, the cabal, and the Rothschilds, and this community's been yelling about it. Then in 2016, it was proven that you can't trust anybody anywhere, and then suddenly the rest of the world looked back at us, going, "Hey, wait a minute, they're actually normal. They were right." And we right now are tripping because we don't know what's going on.
Don't you think it's on the right side of history?
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So here, everybody here is all smiles and walking around on cloud nine. The mood has changed here because there's a certain amount of vindication, but there's also this relief that, you know what, we're not crazy. We're not, there's a Pandora's box here. You have UFO sightings. You have contact. You see videos. You read the books. You attend things, and just maybe none of this is real. That maybe the interdimensionality, the contact, the paranormal, ghost, conspiracy theory, ufology, disclosure. That maybe none of this is real. And then that would put us all into shock, and maybe we're a little schizophrenic and we're a little nuts, right? But as it turns out, that is not the case. So everybody here is just in this big relief, and I can tell the mood this year more than any other year. There's thousands of people behind us right now, thousands, and I'm at the amphitheater. I'll be speaking here in a few minutes. 2,000 people is just this hive mind of consciousness, of happiness that's never happened before. I used to, I feel like I'm rambling and taking up time on their show, but I never get a chance to talk. I'm always interviewing. Is this. Years ago, I used to go out and, I do the same thing today, but I would go out and crack jokes on stage. I would crack a UFO joke or maybe poke fun at us. And I'd walk off the stage and people would come up to me, man, that ain't funny, dude. No jokes, man. The jokes part, this is serious stuff here and you're making fun of it. It ain't cool, man. I'm like, if we can't laugh at ourselves and just loosen up a little bit, we've got problems with ourselves.
Jimmy, it's a pillar of this show. We say that a lot of people that do these kind of shows are too fucking serious.
Too serious.
We really try to loosen it up.
But now that more people accept me for who I am, right? And I crack it, and I get, let's go, let's get the blood pumping, and now there is laughter, and I think part of it is the relief of the tension that's been built up for 30, 40 years in ufology.
It's kind of like the nerdy kid. No, it's not. It's kind of like the nerdy kid that turned into the male model. It's like they grew up.
I wouldn't know what that's like. So you were a nerdy kid turned male model.
Never mind.
Underwear model.
Of course.
It's great having like-minded people around too. It's nice. There's something about having the like-minded people around. When you talk about something that sounds abstract to some people, they know exactly what you're talking about, and they'll go off another tangent. Yeah. That's awesome.
Right. And for me and our team, and of course my wife Rita, who is such a big part of what we do. She's the boss, and I'm just the guy in the microphone. That's not a joke. But here, when I walk around now and I see all of the fade to black shirts, or there's 1,000 of them walking around here, and I'm tripping on that part. But the other part is, people come up like never before and say, I heard what you said, and it changed me. Thank you. And when this happens once, that's one thing. But when it happens 100 times in an hour as I'm walking through, it lets me know that people get it. And hopefully my little thing that I do, which is collect information and let the audience know that the message is getting out there. I want to address this to everybody that's listening. There's another thing that is weird in the UFO community, is that I've done about 1,000 interviews. Wow. Okay, right? Okay, we're up almost 700 shows of Fade to Black. I've done a couple of hundred coast to coast, right? I've been on coast to coast now for 3 years. And sometimes it's 2 or 3 guests a night. So the point is 1,000 interviews. That's a lot of interviews. But the other part with that is this, and this is where it gets serious. In maybe a 2-week span where, I've done 10 shows, right? 3 hours, 4 hours a night. And the audience is hearing a different take, maybe 3 nights in a row, that conflicts with the previous guest. Conflicts. So the audience is like, now who where do I go with this? And they want to know from me, well, who is it?
They go to you.
Who do I believe? Who am I backing here? The point is that with all of this in our community, I'm speaking right to you. In our community, don't believe me, right? Don't believe anybody. Don't do that. Get everything into the center of the table. Let's push the chips in, right? Let's go all in and try to figure this thing out, because we don't know. I've seen strange things. I have. But when Giorgio Tsoukalos, I had him on the show a couple of weeks ago, and he said something that moved me to my very core. Couldn't believe it. I'm picturing him with the big hair, and he's doing this thing. And this is what he said. It was mind-blowing. Contemplate this for a second. Burn this in your frontal lobes. He goes, Jimmy, I don't know if they've been here. I think they have. I don't know if they're here now. Could be. I don't know if they're going to arrive tomorrow. But I can tell you this. If they do come down and speak to us, we will find out that all of us were wrong. All of us.
Right.
We just don't know. You know, and I just stopped. Right. You know, and I stopped. Powerful. And with that, there's one other thing with disclosure, and then I got to go to work. Got to go to work. Is this my? I have a cousin who's not part of ufology. He doesn't follow this, doesn't listen to the show, but he does a fair amount of reading, and he's into some esoteric subjects. But again, he doesn't know who Eric Von Daniken is, right? He's not into this. But he said something to me about 5 years ago. We were standing out on our parents' porch, and he said, "You know what, Jimmy, chew on this, and you can steal it. I'll let you steal it. Yeah, Ron, this is all yours." He said, "If we find out that we are alone in the universe, that will cause anarchy and pandemonium on this planet. That will bum everybody out because we won't have a reason to live. We won't have a reason to take care of this planet. It's just going to be bacchanal party. It's going to be that. There is nothing to live for." And he said, "But if we meet our alien brothers or we find out that we are not alone, then collectively we have a reason to live. And finding out that we are not alone will cause harmony."
For someone who's outside, that's awesome.
And I was like, dude.
That's why
And so I've repeated. Look, hold on. Film director Michael Mazzola, come here. Come here, Michael. Adam Curry will not come on camera.
Yes, he will.
Come on, Adam. This is the director, everybody, of Stephen Greer's new film, Unacknowledged.
Nice.
And wait a minute. Look at his hat. He's wearing a fade to black hat.
Jimmy pays me a lot of money to wear this.
Just walk. This is what it's like here at Contact in the Desert. You got guys like Adam Curry walking by. Adam, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
It's Told Radio. We've got Tony Sweet, Captain Ron.
Hey, buddy. Hey, nice to meet you.
And you guys are UBN, right?
UBN.
UBN Network. You guys are big. You know, that's the thing. I'm small potatoes. But Adam and Michael both have been working with Dr. Stephen Greer for a long time. There's some big things coming out. I'll say this. Adam's been telling me now this will be the third year that Adam will say to me at this moment, I'll put the microphone in his face, "Don't worry, Jimmy, next month, I promise." Adam, next month?
Well, okay, so a little bit, but we do, I promise you, have now a working version on our phones.
More about this. This is some of the biggest stuff that is going to come out, not only for, I'm going to say this, the scientific community, number one, but quantum level stuff, number two. Number three, pure supernatural parallel worlds confirmation. He's been doing that. Is that the best way to put it?
I wouldn't put it in those words.
No. Yeah. No. See, I know it's that extreme, though. And so you're saying that finally, about a month?
It'll come out this summer. So
That's it. The 3 years I've heard the same thing. Adam, you're the best, man. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Now, you've been here how many years? Is this the best year of Contact?
It is because it's about 20 degrees cooler than last year.
Right, the weather gods. Yeah. Michael, how many? Is this your first year?
First time, man.
Is this insane?
I love it.
Have you ever seen 5,000 people walk around on the same vibe?
Not like this.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
All
It
wearing
is.
fade to black hats. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know that is pretty. Now, aside from that, how's the film doing? Look, I'm doing your show.
Good.
Look,
Please. This is
they're going to pay me after this.
We learn from this guy.
Okay, how's the film going?
It's going really well. We were #1 on iTunes for about a week. Now we're like #2, but rental's going to kick in on Tuesday, and then we'll be back at #1.
The film is incredible, as you both know. We were all at the premiere together. I have the book. I have it. I have it signed in gold. Yeah. No, but anyway. But the film is incredible, and nothing but bigger and better things getting the message out. You know, what is it like, really quick before I let you go, because I actually have to fly too. What is it like to have a major film studio like The Orchard and Sony backing up something that nobody else wants to touch?
it's really, the whole thing's been really surreal. But the guys at the Orchard, they seriously love the material. They came to us because they were fans of Dr. Greer, and they're just as passionate about it as we are. And that's the only reason this happened. Normally, students will not touch this stuff.
So I'm going to jump in. So then it was just easy.
It was, well, something like that.
Right. No, I'm just messing with you. You guys, thank you so much. Just walking by and photobombing my interview. You guys are the best. Michael, I love you, brother. Love you. Adam, the best.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for stopping by, man.
All right. With that, listen, Facebook, UBN, everybody, thank you so much. You guys are the best, and I really mean it. Tony's the
Away
best.
from him because he thinks he's on his own show all the time. This is the Truth Be Told show with Captain Ron and Tony Sweet. Thanks a lot. This is what happens on Contact in the Desert. People walk by, you start shooting the shit. It happens all the time. Thanks a lot for coming on, Jimmy. We appreciate it. Bye-bye. Thanks, Jimmy.